100% guarantee. Aspire Iterator, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Iterator at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All these and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki ShopRite and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Iterator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Aja, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Iterator says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Iterator is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, oh. Real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Iterator, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Iterator at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All these and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki ShopRite and so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibejuleki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Iterator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC, Lekki Epe Expressway, Aja, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Iterator says get your properties at affordable prices. Yeah.
Aspire Iterator is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening, oh. Real estate and land agents with 100% guarantee. Aspire Iterator, now you be baba.
Oh yes, buy land, buy house, lease and rent houses or land with ease at Ibejuleki and its environs at Aspire Iterator at affordable and reasonable price. We have estates in different places: Arium Estate, Abidjan, Lekki, Green Island, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate, Lekki, Peninsula Home Phase 2, Lekki, Royal Flex Estate Phase 3, Lekki. All these and more are our estates with good roads, maximum security, buildings with good structure and well planned. And as far as Ibejuleki have good future, you too can come and plan to have your own company. Refineries under construction, Lagos State Smart City, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Lekki Deep Seaport is under construction at Ibejuleki International Airport. 60 different Chinese companies, Fort Milan Bridge, Ibejuleki.
Let's go there. Ẹ máa kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun, gbogbo wa lájọ kéré oko délé. Ó yá MC Gold mi kọ́, kò séwu lẹ́gbẹ̀rún ẹ̀kọ́. jẹ́ kòkè ṣọlá head of admin sponsor àtúnlẹ́nu nílùú London àwọn tí Noble People magazine tó kárí ayé. látọjọ́ tí a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ a ò rí ẹkún àtúnṣe. Onílé ayaba Esther George òrékelẹ́wà àfijú olórí gospel London ló gbé pawó Ọláwálé mo gbádùn ẹjù torí ó yàtọ̀ sí wọn mo tún yàbàrà kí TKM connection presenter ló fojú owó ojú presenter tó lẹ́nu nílùú London ìyẹn Olùtayọ̀ mo gbádùn ẹjù mo kí Adéaga Báyọ̀ bàbá mi aláṣẹ Noble magazine tó kárí ayé aláṣẹ Noble TV èyí tó wọlé wẹ́rẹ́ látọjọ́ tí a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run a ò rí ẹkún àtúnṣe. ẹ ṣé let's go there. àwọn ọlọ́lá mo bá ròde o. ọlọ́lá Noble People mo bá ròde o. ọlọ́lá ọlọ́láyé mo bá ròde o. ọlọ́lá Noble People mo bá ròde o. ọlọ́lá Noble People TV yẹ mo bá ròde o. ọlọ́lá Noble People mo bá ròde o. ọlọ́lá Báyọ̀ Adéaga ni. ọlọ́lá aláṣẹ Noble People rédíò tó kárí ayé. ọlọ́lá bàbá Adérẹ̀mí tí ń jẹ́ bàbá Àjẹbọ. ọlọ́lá Noble People mo bá ròde o. ọlọ́lá ó yá kárẹ̀lé ilé Prophetess Divine. Wow, let's go there. www.noblepeoplemedia.org. So exciting. At Noble People Media Concepts, unveiling Noble People TV and Noble People Radio. Let's go there. Noble People. Àtìdé, àtìdé, àtìdé. Noble presenters. Àtìdé, àtìdé, àtìdé. Àwọn Noble stars. Ló ń pèdè, ló ń pèdè, ló ń pèdè. Báyọ̀ Adéaga. Ló ń pèdè, ló ń pèdè, ló ń pèdè. Let's go there. Pátá ẹ máa kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun gbogbo wa lájọ kéré oko délé. Óyá MC Gold mi kọ́ kò séwu lẹ́gbẹ̀rún ẹ̀kọ́. Ẹ̀yin tèmi Noble People magazine. Ẹ bá mi tọ́jú yétiyéti Yétúndé màmá mi. Bàjẹ́ kòkè ṣọlá head of admin sponsor àtúnlẹ́nu nílùú London àwọn tí Noble People magazine tó kárí ayé. látọjọ́ tí a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ a ò rí ẹkún àtúnṣe. Onílé ayaba Esther George òrékelẹ́wà àfijú olórí gospel London ló gbé pawó Ọláwálé mo gbádùn ẹjù torí ó yàtọ̀ sí wọn mo tún yàbàrà kí TKM connection presenter ló fojú owó ojú presenter tó lẹ́nu nílùú London ìyẹn Olùtayọ̀ mo gbádùn ẹjù mo kí Adéaga Báyọ̀ bàbá mi aláṣẹ Noble magazine tó kárí ayé aláṣẹ Noble TV èyí tó wọlé wẹ́rẹ́ látọjọ́ tí a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run a ò rí ẹkún àtúnṣe. ẹ ṣé let's go there. àwọn ọlọ́lá mo bá ròde o. ọlọ́lá Noble People mo bá ròde o. ọlọ́lá ọlọ́láyé mo bá ròde o.
Again to yet another program on Noble People Television. My name is Bernadette Abu. With me here, we've got some lovely guests here for you today, and they're going to talk about their business and what they do. And because earlier on the program, I tell you charity is a business, even though it's not for profit business. So they're going to tell you what they do and who they are. Welcome, Pastor Faith. Welcome to this program. Introduce yourself to the audience, please.
Okay. So my name is Faith Okafor Smart, pastor, and I am the vision carrier of a charity called Melkosh Mission International, birthed to equip, educate, and empower amputees whose limbs were cut off during the 10-year war in Sierra Leone. And so we've been doing this for 10 years. With me also is our executive. Do you want to introduce
Yes,
her?
please. kindly introduce yourself, because it's good when the person introduces themselves, then they just tell you, oh, you've got my name wrong. So then you tell me your name and tell my audience, speak to my audience and tell them, oh yeah, and what's your name, please?
Hi, my name's Alexandra Pratt, and I'm an executive of Male Cosmission International. I came on board about 4 years ago, and it's been one of the wonderful experiences of my life.
Wow. Pastor Faith, do you mind me calling you Pastor Faith, or how do you want me to address you today?
As you feel like.
Pastor Faith, sometimes they say it's better to respect the anointing. So even though this is not a Christian program, I'll still address her as Pastor Faith, because that's how I'm used to call her. I've done it for 10 years, and you've been doing Male Crush Mission for 10 years. You haven't just started yesterday. Yeah. So with these 10 years, you've done different work abroad. Tell the people what you've been doing and where you've been working with amputees.
Okay, so I say we because, you know, it takes one person to, you know, bring forth a child. It takes a village to raise a child, and we have a team that we work with both in the UK, USA, and Sierra Leone. Mm-hmm. And so what we have been doing in Sierra Leone is educating the children of amputees whose limbs were cut off during the 10-year war in Sierra Leone. We also actually have young amputees who, during the 10-year war in Sierra Leone, they were babies. We have a 2-month-old boy who his father was shot, you know, through the back by with a rifle, and the bullet went through the father, killed the father, and shattered the 8-week-old baby's limb. And so he's an amputee. We're educating boys like that. We have a girl whose dad was killed when she was 2 years old, and on that same day they cut off her limb as well, her left arm. So we have, you know, young amputees. We have also war orphans, children of deceased amputees, and so we educate them in Sierra Leone. We also do medical missions to Sierra Leone. We've done 2 missions already, you know, trying to elongate lives, because there's a high mortality rate among amputees in Sierra Leone. Over 70% of the amputees have passed away, so we are at a race against time to save lives. So we educate lives, we equip lives, and we also elongate lives, and we also empower lives. So we also do, you know, empowerment sessions, you know, because it is one thing to be able to say that you're providing for their basic needs and their physical needs, but you also have to empower their souls. You also have to make sure that you empower the entirety of their beings, because many of them, especially the amputees, have lost, you know, some of the time they lose their will to live, their self-esteem. So you have to do, you know, programs that also edifies the body, soul, and spirit. So our program is very inclusive. We've during the Ebola time, which was the time Alex came on board in 2014, we did 10 missions in the 2 years. Wow. In Sierra Leone, rendering, you know, protective equipment for the amputees, making sure that they were fed every single time there was a, you know, 3 days lockdown, because of course they go to the streets to beg, and so many of them, you know, if they can't go to the street to beg in that 72 hours, they would starve. So we had to make sure we made provisions for them. And, you know, we've done food aid programs. It's been very comprehensive, very, you know, broad-based. You know, every single time there has been a need, we have risen up. And we carry them in our hearts, we carry them in our spirit. I want to give also Alex a chance to say a little bit more.
Alex, tell me a little bit about are you Sierra Leonean?
Yeah, my mother is, yes.
Wow, that's really great. Today is a Sierra Leone Day. Don't get jealous. Don't get jealous. Today's a day, Sierra Leone Day. I'll call it a Sierra Leone talk program.
I like that.
Don't get jealous. Don't get. Okay, welcome all my viewers that are watching me online. We've got Madam Yetunde. Thank you very much for watching. We've got Otumba. Thank you very much for watching. Jelly, thank you very much. Fatima, thank you very much for watching. Beth, thank you very much. Yusuf, thank you. Cherryberry, thank you very much. All these great people that are watching, and we know you're going to enjoy this program, because we're going to talk today. We're talking with Male Crush Mission. I've got the executives here today, which is a very big day for us today, and we're going to ask Madam she's going to talk a little bit about herself, her role with Male Crush Mission, and how she's been helping.
Okay, I came on board about 4 years ago. I knew Faith prior to that time. I started working at a nursery, and I just started looking on Facebook, and I saw Faith's work, and I thought, you know what? Because I had a love for children, I had a passion for children, I said, you know what? I think this is my opportunity to do something really great, you know, for children. So I booked an appointment with Faith, and we met up in a KFC, and you know, we began to talk about you know, the work that she was doing, and I just thought, wow, this is something for me. And then she had it was my first dinner that she had, fundraiser dinner, and I attended that one, which was a very wonderful experience, you know, because obviously I hadn't been into a charity before or anything like that. And ever since then, I've done my campaigning, especially via Facebook. I do a lot of Facebook. I love Facebook. It's my favorite. So I do a lot of campaigning over Facebook. You know, I'm always there. So that's what I do. When we have Colour Purple, any event, any type of fundraising event, I'm on Facebook, and I'm there championing to raise funds for the amputees, for the widows, the war orphans, and the Ebola children.
Wow, this is really great. I so appreciate what you're doing, because when it comes to places like Sierra Leone, you know, here when you talk about disability, you think they're privileged people.
Yes.
It's so funny because this side, don't get me wrong, we take disabled people as privileged people because they get extra help, then their needs are met. But when it comes to Africa, even though I might call myself British, but I was born and bred in Sierra Leone. When it comes to Africa, they don't have the facilities.
That's right.
They don't even have like disabled changing room. They don't have disabled toilet, disabled access. So how do you manage to facilitate all this work you're doing without the help of them? How are you going to facilitate? What are your plans for? I know you've been doing great work. I've been following you. For the past 10 years, I've been following you, seeing what you're doing, Colour Purple and all the other things. You're doing a great work. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate you. You and Male Crush have done a great work in Sierra Leone. 10 years is not 10 days.
That's true.
And to sustain a business for 10 years, you've done perfectly well.
Thank you.
You've done well. I really, really appreciate the work you're doing, and keep up the great work that you're doing in Sierra Leone. And we open forward that you take Male Crush Mission all over Africa, because whatever happened in one country in Africa is still affecting another country. Sometimes we might not know that. So we hope that Male Crush expand all over West Africa or all over Africa.
That's the plan.
As a whole. So how you've been doing school? I think I saw you handing over certificate in schools, and tell me about your project in schools, your school project.
Okay, so we have an educational sponsorship program in Sierra Leone where we've been doing it for 10 years, educating children across Sierra Leone. And last year we were able to triple our plans to educate 100 children. We ended up educating 350 children across Sierra Leone in the north, south, east, and west of Sierra Leone, so that we provided equity and fairness among our beneficiaries, so that those in different localities would not have been marginalized, already marginalized, because life for amputees in Sierra Leone is very challenging. I mean, even for an able-bodied person in Sierra Leone, it's a challenge to be able to survive. Our life expectancy is so low, under 50, you know, and so within the amputees we have a high mortality rate, like I said, and you know, they survive by begging on the street. So, you know, when you were talking about doing the business, this is God's business.
I know,
it's not something we ever thought that it's not something we thought, and we have been volunteering our time, our energy, everything that is within us. What has made our work for us, I think we have just taken everything to God in prayer. Definitely. And God speaks and say, do this, and we move on. We do, because we know that we're not moving by the wisdom of man, but we're moving by the wisdom of God, by faith. and and God backs our faith and He honors our faith. Especially in the last 2 years, we would say that we have done more work pressing on in the spirit than the physical, but the manifestations that have happened in the physical surpass if we had actually gone out there to fundraise, because we don't get international funding and we do not get governmental funding, and yet to say that you've been able to educate 350 children in Sierra Leone, that is by no small feat. And we can only give God glory because it is Him who has made it possible. He used just one sponsor to be able to make it a possibility. We also do medical missions to Sierra Leone. We have done 2 missions, 2016 and last year, where we, by elongating the lives of amputees, we have a lot of fake medicines in Sierra Leone. And so we purchase the medicines here, so we get the authentic, real medications, aircraft, cargo them to Sierra Leone, air freight them, and work with, the first mission we did, we worked with 15 US doctors in Sierra Leone who went to Sierra Leone to do a mission in Bo, and we roped some of them in. And then last year we worked with doctors on the ground, and we worked in Bo, Lungay, and Maboka. So we're extending our project far and wide to make sure that our project is all inclusive, because it is one thing to say you're educating people, but if they're dying, then you don't really have, beneficiaries to work with if they're dying. So you got to make sure, you keep them alive to keep the project going. Yeah.
Because how can you feed a dead person?
Exactly. Right. And it makes it even much more worse because the consequences of their death is so insurmountable, because many of the orphans now, especially the girl orphans, turn to prostitution because they have no one guidance, no family, no opportunities that are out there. So they go to men and they put them in the family way, so they now become even teenage mothers. So from being a war orphan, from being a child of an amputee, coming from a very marginalized household composition, then now becoming a war orphan, and then now becoming a single mother, a prostitute and single mother, it just shows the social malaise keeps growing and cascading, and we're looking to curb the social malaise. That is why our emphasis are really on education, because with education, there are so much possibilities out there. You can change your story if you have education. We've done crusades in Sierra Leone. That's from the spiritual aspect, because we say that it is one thing to come and be a blessing to the amputees physically, but if they don't give their lives to Christ, the thing the Lord said to me is that it will be a travesty if the amputees have suffered with their amputation and all the suffering that they've gone through. Some of the amputees, especially the women who were raped before they had their limbs cut off by the rebels, they've gone through so much pain, and then if they do not have the opportunity to give their lives to Christ, that means when they die, they go to hell. That means their life is going to be eternal suffering. So we put an emphasis to make sure that their lives are won unto Christ. We continue, give them Bibles, so it's very inclusive. We provide trade for them. Some of them who want to go into business, we provide trade so that they can be independent. And one of the things we're working on this year is to really make sure we have a social enterprise for the amputees so that they can be independent, because we don't just want to give a handout, we want to give a hand up. That's right. So
you don't want to fish for them, you want to teach them how to fish.
Right. We've done 10 years of fishing for them. Yeah. We want to do the next cycle of 10 years to teach them how to fish.
It's great, it's really great. I like the vision. That's why, for me, I have to look at your vision, your objective. And the moment I saw that, I knew actually this is something I want to work with. Because the first time I met you was 10 years ago during Webic, and I think you've gone a long way. So now you're talking about faith. That brings me to another question. Are the amputees, do they have to be Christians?
No.
Okay.
They don't have to be Christian. We reach out to everyone, but we give them the opportunity to know Christ.
To give their life.
And then they have the choice. The choice is theirs. We do our bit as God mandates, and then the rest is left with them to be able to embrace what we have to offer. But our work is for humanity, mankind, irrespective of their creed, irrespective of their preferences. We're there to show human love and to show God in action, because love in action is by showing them God in our actions.
Definitely.
You know, so that's what we do. And as you said, our campaigns that we do, you know, you're talking about how we do the work.
Yeah.
Our work has been purely prior, because you came to one of our events,
Yeah.
the official launch of
Yeah.
Melkosh, and I was sharing with
Actually, I was the first person that did their Twitter account.
the website.
Yeah, the website. I've been working, give myself thumbs up. I've been working very well for the charity. I didn't just start today, you see. But for me, when I see, because some things are spiritual,
Yeah.
sometimes people just say, oh no, but some things are spiritual. Because you look at the person's the vision, what's the motive? I normally tell people when you're doing business, it's the motive behind what you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't do things for competition. I don't say it because I want to brag,
I know.
but it's really good you do things because you have a great motive, you have a passion for that business. Oh, this is what God have told me to do. This is my calling. Business is a calling.
Yes.
Because you look at things from a different angle to say, sometimes people say, oh, I want to make money. People will look at it, why is a beautiful woman like this, more educated, a pastor, let her just go and do something else. But no, God have called you to do that, to touch lives. And you're doing well, because will they have fundings in Sierra Leone's governmental funding, governmental aid? Will there be fundings from the Sierra Leone government to help amputees? Because during the election, good, that's a good one. Because during the election, most of the campaigns were saying about disabled
People with disabilities.
and women. So now, now that we've got a new government, I know it's very young,
Yeah.
it's an early stage at this moment. Will there be any help? Is there any promise or any help to
We will
the disabled?
we will be reaching out to them to find out their objectives and their plans to do the implementation. It's one thing, you know, Melkosh has gone through the span of having, you know, the former SLPP. We've been around when SLPP was around, APC was around, now SLPP is back again. And we know that Sierra Leone, we're good at, you know, making policies, but we do not implement the policies. I am trusting and I'm hoping and praying that the new government that we have will be able to change that narrative, and so that when they say that, for example, they have this plan of providing free education for the children. One of the things we're doing, the campaign, the Day of the African Child campaign, which is coming up this Saturday, is purely because normally when the government is providing free education, it is at government schools. Many of the children of the amputees live in camps, and the camps that they live in don't have government schools in their locality. So many of the children go to private schools. And so, which is why we've come up with the Day of the African Child, which is happening this Saturday. One, to raise funds for the amputees and their children, to educate them. Secondly, in the area of uniform, school, equipment, books, you know, so that, because even if a government was to pay the education, if a child doesn't have uniform, how will they go to school if they don't have shoes?
They don't have transport.
And if the amputees find it difficult to put food on their table, but because they have to go and beg
I don't
before.
even know how I'm feeling right now when you're talking about that, because I can like imagine seeing them physical, how
Yeah.
what they're going through.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, so we say we want to be the change that we want to be. We want to be the change that we want to see. And one of our emphasis has always been that we don't want to just go to Sierra Leone and just do makeshift. We want to do sustainable projects. We have outcomes now of the children that we have been educating in 10 years. Some of them are now graduates. We have teachers that have come forth from our sponsorship project. We have even postgraduates, you know, who have also benefited from our project. We have, you know, young ladies who were even pregnant, were teenage mothers, and we send them back to school to continue. They've graduated, you know, war orphans. So, you know, right in front of our eyes, we see the seeds that we have sown are germinating, they're bursting forth in flower, they're now becoming trees. And, you know, the one thing that we always say, and it takes me, sorry, the pastor in me where he says that in Isaiah 61, it says that they shall be trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. In their lives, God will be glorified, because I say by the time God is done with them, even people who want to say, we want to know the God you serve, because life has knocked you down. What many of the amputees have gone through, you were not born that way, not because your mother or father gave birth to you, or your mom gave birth to you when you were disability, you had a disability right from childhood, or through a sickness when you were a child, or maybe through an accident. They became amputees and people with disabilities through the wickedness of man. So having to go through, and the pains they go through, especially during the cold and Harmattan season when the bone aches, these people are still suffering, so much, malaise that they go through as a result of the amputation that they go through. I tell you, when we do our medical missions, the one thing that will be our painkillers, pain, because it's like they're constantly on pain, they're in pain. We don't have any rehabilitation center that provides free rehabilitation for amputees. And everyone who knows anything about orthopedics work and amputation know that the limb changes, and there are times when they'll have that false limb sensation as though they still have the limb where it's been cut off. During the Harmattan time when it's cold, the bones actually ache. During the raining season, they're in pain, so they're constantly relieving on a daily basis. When you were used to being able to go and use a loo on your own, and then now you have two of your limbs cut off and somebody has to feed you, or somebody has to actually unbutton your trousers so that you can use the loo and even wipe your bum after the dignities that they have lost as a result of the war. And the further raping, because I would say further raping because we as Sierra Leonean, many of us have forgotten about these amputees. We have pushed them to the back burner, underneath the carpet, because why? We don't want to deal with them, which is why we fight for them.
Yeah, because it's not like this side when you have social workers to help them, you've got carers. There you might not, even your family member might not look at you because they think you're disabled. And it's like disability in Africa is like a curse. Basically, they look at you like you're useless. There's nothing out of you. Because most time people help people who they benefit from. But because they know that you're not going to get well, you're not going to have your foot back or your hands back, it's hard in Africa than, it's not even challenging, it's not the word when it comes to Africa and disability. Because challenging is something you might cope with. This one, coping mechanism is not there. There's nothing to help. There's nothing to assist. Nothing to assist them. So it's so hard, and you don't have training to say, okay, they'll train you how to walk. Here, if you're disabled, you go basically to hospital, they can teach you.
The rehabilitation is there.
There's nothing.
There's absolutely nothing, and they just leave you to fend on your own. And one thing that the government of Sierra Leone had provided was a land, and Norwegian Friends of Sierra Leone built homes for them. Monies were actually given, according to Truth and Reconciliation recommendation. The UN gave monies for the amputees, to be rehabilitated back to Sierra Leone. They called it a reparation fund, but it wasn't properly appropriated, and what they received could not even afford to feed them for a year, talk less of them being able to use it to do business. And so, it has been, and they're old stories. A lot of people thinking, well, we've had Ebola, we've had flooding, we've had mudslide, so these people, they've been around, let them cope for themselves. So they keep pushing them further and further, backwards. And so we have, in Melkosh, we have just said that, we will not forget them. We work solely for the forgotten people.
Definitely.
Please, if you have...
Alexandra, what do you think? Now, okay, before I go to Alexandra, let me just read, I've got a few comments. People are talking. I've never got things that made me so passionate and feel like this way. But because I've seen how they live, and with the situation getting worse in Sierra Leone, I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words. Fatima Abba said hello. We've got Victoria Bittin say hello, welcome. Farella Coker is watching, and she said it's hard work. Richie, Pastor Richie is saying, great initiative, well done, wow. Richard is saying here, good job. Someone, Alpha Sheriff said, God bless you all. Thank you, Alpha Sheriff, and God bless you too. Maria Tusidiki said, good evening, Maria too. We hope you're watching us and you're enjoying this program. Farella said, why sleep? Wincy, it is day. Burst forth. Hallelujah. Amen.
I hear you, Farella.
Amen. Madam Victoria here says, great work. Good job. We've got lots of people watching. I know is watching us. Yes. Thank you very much, all our viewers, for watching us. We hope you're going to enjoy this program, and we hope you too are going to put this thing in your mind. You're going to have a heart for these disabled people. Well, let me take you to the woman herself. Let me take you to Madam Alexandra. Let her talk a little bit about this thing and what's your plan for the disabled, because I don't know. Normally, when it comes to interview, I'll ask lots of questions, but when it comes to this, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start. So tell us what's your plan and how you're going to work, because with the June 16th and the Day of the African Child, tell the viewer a little bit about it.
Okay, June 16, this Saturday, is the Day of the African Child. This is my baby this year.
Yes.
I'm taking on this project. Well, basically what we're going to be doing is we've got locations over, in London and also in America. And here in London we have Burgess Park. We'll be at Burgess Park from 11 o'clock till 2 p.m. where we would love you all to come down and donate all the items that are needed for schools. We really would love you to come down and donate those items for schools. You know, like it's been said already, you know, here in the UK, we are really blessed. We've got free education. You know, even if we can't even afford uniform, there are, you know, you can go to the schools and they can give you second-hand uniform. You know, but these children, they don't have that. They don't have that opportunity. They don't have that type of, you know, facilities. So we're asking you guys to come down and to help and to bless these children, because you know what, as you bless them, you are blessing yourself. And on top of that, these are the children of the future of Africa.
Yes.
They are the future of Africa. They are the next prime ministers, presidents, judges, lawyers, doctors. It's them. We are going to die off and go and go. So will the rest of them. It will be them that's left. So we're asking you, help educate these children. Help educate them, please. Come with your books, erasers, pens, pencils, whatever it is that you have that you know will be beneficial to these kids. I'll be there. I will specifically be there with my big jacket on that will say Melkosh Mission International at the back. You won't miss me at all. I'll be down there, ready to receive your donations. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys come and support a great cause.
Yeah, it would be great if you can come down there. If they can't come down, let's say on Saturday, they've got something planned already, and they cannot be there on Saturday. What's the other way they can contact Melkosh Mission?
Via the internet. For myself, I'm on Facebook. My name's Alex Pratt on Facebook. You can inbox me. If you're in the local area, you can let me know what you've got available. I'll find ways of arrange to come and meet you, or a location to meet you in and collect your donations.
Or through the website.
Yes, definitely so through the website.
You can make donations via the website, which is very easy to know. It's www.melkosh.org, spelled melqosh.org. Very simple. Or just type Melkosh and you'll see a plethora of information, including our website coming up. Perchance, I think we're also tagged on, no, we're not tagged onto this. We're also on Facebook.
Yes, I've tagged you on this program.
Melkosh Mission. If you go there, if you're using your tablet or your computer, you will see we also have a fundraiser.
Yes.
Alex also has a fundraiser
Yes, I
that
do.
she started on Facebook.
Yes, I
so
do.
perchance you can't come, or you're too busy to go to the shops and buy the materials that we've asked.
Monetary.
You could do monetary donations. You know, Alex has set up a fundraiser.
Yep.
This year, I was actually meant to be in the States on Wednesday, and I've actually cancelled my trip so that I would be in the United Kingdom, you know, to do the fundraiser. We have champions instead who will be doing the US campaign. So we also have 2 locations in Virginia that would be doing the same collection on the same day, and also in California as well. We have, you know, a collection point there, and also in Sierra Leone we have Swiss Spirit Hotel, Spur Road. If you're in Sierra Leone and you're watching, be there between 10 and 1 p.m. You can make your donations there. You could also make checks payable to Melkosh Foundation if you're in Sierra Leone, or you could make Melkosh, you know, also checks payable to Melkosh Mission if you are in the UK. Our address is on the website. Everything you need to know is on the website. Just go onto our page on Facebook. We also have a verified page on Facebook, which is Melkosh Mission International page. That's our charity page that has all the professional aspects. And we have a normal account, which is just Melkosh Mission. You know, we have a YouTube channel. She set up a Twitter channel.
Yes,
I remember when I didn't even know how to do Twitter then.
Actually, that's what, even through your website was how I learned how to build a website.
Yeah.
Because there were some things that we needed to put. She would
the
come with
PayPal
something.
account.
She said, "Oh, can we put this into it?" And Alex, who was the designer, said, "Oh no, that wasn't my principle." So I have to learn, how do you do this?
Yes.
Then
because it kept on growing.
yeah,
The
so I learned a lot working with it. So it's something that it's in my spirit for a long time. It's a mission and objective which they have, which anyone would buy into it, because you look at things and you know, okay, this one she's not making a profit, or she's got heart for these people with disability, or people that are able-bodied and they need help. She looked at it and figured out that, okay, they need help, and this is the way we can help them. This is what we need to do to help them. So with that, on that grounds, they've actually come up with this project. This is a project that has been going on for 10 years. It's not something that, you know, sometimes people come with any disaster thing, something that say,
one night wonder.
yes, they've had something, they want to get into it.
Yeah.
This is not something you just want to get in. This is something that has been built from back from a young age. They've got this vision for a long time. They've started little and we've grown up now. They've got 3 branches, which is really good. Please, if you have anything you want to do to support Melkosh Mission, you want to help their mission, you want to donate, even if you want to render your assistance to them. Maybe you might say, okay, I've got this talent.
Yeah.
You know, there are things you might have that you never know they'll need. Come help them, come give them your time. God will bless you. No amount of effort or energy you put into it that will not make a difference. You're making a difference in someone else's life. You're impacting life, but life of people who cannot give you back. You know, I was looking at something online to say, you know, when your spirit is tested, it's when you're kind to people who cannot be kind to you back. It's not like, you know, if I can do you a favor, I'm expecting maybe you to render me a favor, but no, you're giving someone who cannot render you back. That's when God bless you. That's when you touch the mind of God. That's when God realizes, oh my God, this one I've done something different. You need to do something different. If you can support, come down to Budget Park. We've got lots of Sierra Leoneans in this area. You don't need to be Sierra Leonean to want to support Melkosh Mission. You can be of any nationality for you to support Melkosh Mission. Please support people with disability. Back home there, they don't, because disability, it's so funny. When we talk about disability, people look at physical disability. They've got mental disability, we've got learning disability, and back home in Africa, people don't know about that. So the only way we can spread this message out is like helping organization like Melkosh Mission. For me, I normally tell people, I wouldn't have come out today, trust me, if you see my eyes, I would not have come out to do not any program. I would have cancelled it. But I just look at it to say, oh my God, I can't just stay because of this. I have to come. It doesn't matter how my eye look. I am just going to make it. So that's what I want to ask my peers. Make it a point of duty. Just support what they're doing. Support their mission. Support their objective. We're all here in this universe to help people. Let the world know you exist. The only way the world will know you exist, if you buy a nice car, no one will know, because there are lots of nice cars. No one will know who was driving that car down the road. But if you do something like this, someone will know, because they'll put your details down. You see, they can remember 10 years back what I did. So that's the same thing. No matter what, every little, Tesco says every little helps. Whatever way you can help, even if it's one pencil. I know everyone have a pencil at home. Everyone have a pen at home. Even if it's medicine, we got to Pound Shop. I was speaking to another charity lady the other day. I said to her, back home they use fake tablet. Even if it's a medicine they sell in Poundland. To say, okay, I can't do anything. I don't have money. I'm not working. You go to Poundland. Even if it's Poundland, you can go to buy something. You can just bring it down, because every little help will impact life. This is not about showing off what you can do. It's just to make a contribution to someone else's life. And I know I've got very good viewers here. I know I've got great people here, and things like that is nothing to them. They're going to be willing to support Mel Crush. I know that. And you're watching us live here at Noble People Television. My name is Bernadette Abu, and today I've got Faith Okrafo-Smart and Alexandra Pratt with me. So they're going to talk. If they want to, you were telling me about the donation that they can donate online to say they have charity.
So do you want to quickly write www.
Hold on, let me do it. Yeah.
melkosh.org. Yeah. Very simple. So is it coming up?
No, it's not coming. It's just come www.melkosh.org.
Yeah. That's it. So you go onto that link, and it will take you straight to our website. We also have a fundraiser right there on the Facebook.
Yeah.
So where people are watching, we have a fundraiser there. You could donate. Say you have a PayPal account. Our PayPal email is melkoshinternational, spelled MELQOSH, and international @gmail.com. You can donate directly through there. So we want to encourage you. For those who may think we don't know where Burgess Park is, if you're in London, you don't know Burgess Park, well, it's at Albany Road. It's in southeast London. We'll try and put the full address on the tab there so that people would know once we're done. And we'll be there from, we did say, what time did we say?
11 till 2, but Faith says she's going to be there from 9 a.m.
I'm going to be there from 9 a.m. waiting for your donations, be it in kind. You know, if you want to come, even if you want to give a check or you want to give a cash donation, you're welcome. If you have questions and you want to meet us face to face, you can do that. Or you want to just come and be part of the campaign itself, the drive, you can do that. Or perchance you're busy, donate online. Very simple. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg has made it very easy for us. We're a verified organization where we're registered in the United States, and that covers us to raise funds through Facebook anywhere in the world and at no cost. So GoFundMe, where you get 6%, admin fee that you have to pay. We don't have to do that because every penny you give goes directly into our bank account. And so, we have a platform there. Let's use it wisely. And, every little helps, like we have stated. And come September, you would be able to say, you know what, I am part of the change that I want to see. Especially us Sierra Leoneans, we do the talking, but we don't really want to be part of the change. We say we want change, but we don't want to be part of the change. how can we experience change if we don't go through the process itself? The process means sacrifice. I mean, many of us, we sacrifice. She has been working. She joined Melkosh, Alex, 4 years ago, and she's never received a dime. I gave up my government role 7 years ago to do Melkosh full time. We're still waiting to be paid. I say God will repay me, back pay me for the years that, we're all going to be back paid. And perchance we don't even get that payment here on earth. Our reward is in heaven for certain, because the fulfillment we have, knowing that we go to bed every day and we wake up and knowing that we're making a difference in the lives of those who are not really related to us. Because many say, oh, I don't want to do charity because I have so many of my families to take care of. You know how many responsibilities. It is good to take care of your family, but it's also even great and even greater when you take care of somebody who's not your blood or kinship or you have no relations with, because then you're doing unto God, because the scripture says again that whoever giveth to the poor lendeth to God. Do you know when you lend to God what that means? He will pay you back, with interest. So today our appeal is, don't even wait for the Day of the African Child on Saturday. If you're listening to this message, you have our website details there, or go onto Melkosh Mission. You would see, especially if you're using your laptop or your computer or tablet, you will also see on the side that we have a fundraiser already there. Just go and donate, or even go to Alex Pratt. Is it open? Or
via Facebook.
Via Facebook. Mm-hmm. And then she's got a fundraiser that you put out last week.
Yep.
So we're all guns blazing. Now also share this message to your friends. If you're watching, we want the campaign to go. And I'm back on the share.
Everyone share it on your page, share it everywhere, so that you will be able to help. Because you might say, okay, I don't have now. But if you share to your friends can be able to donate something.
Yes.
So you might say, okay, at this moment I'm not in the position to help. But you would not know who is in your group who is kind enough that will be able to help Melkosh Mission.
Definitely.
So please kindly share this program, share it, so that everyone will be able to donate and see how we can help change life and change the society. Because we can never able to make a society a better place until enable other people to get themselves at a particular standard or a particular level. It's always good for us to say, okay, we come, we sit, we dress, but what about the ones that don't have? So we need to help other people. This is Noble Television. My name is Bernadette Abu. I'm your presenter for today. I've got Pastor Faith and I've got Alexandra Pratt with me today on this program. So whatever you want to do for Melkosh, we're happy. You can contact us on Noble People Television. You can contact us online. You can actually go to their page and donate, because every little help makes a difference. What's the impact? For them to be sustainable, they need your help. Even if you might say, okay, I'm in the position to recommend them to government organizations, you can do that. Whatever you can do. If you're in the position, maybe now we've got a new president, maybe you're in the position to talk to Mada for us. You can contact Mada and say, Mada, look, this is a great venture. They've been doing this for certain years.
Mada knows our work.
What can you do to help them?
Yes.
I'm not saying, I'm just giving you ideas how you can help. So you can talk to the president first. You can talk to the first lady first. I know she's a very brilliant lady. She's a woman who is passionate about helping organization, so we know she will do something. So it's just a quick message we're sending out to anyone who wants to help. Contact Noble Television. We're here to help you. We can refer you back to Melkosh Mission if you cannot get them directly online. And if you want to come and talk about your program, your event, you contact us at Noble People Television. If you want, because I know Melkosh Mission do all the events as well. So if they want to do their events, we do red carpets here. We have our own magazine. We can talk to you about our magazine. Noble People International Media, we have our own magazine. We have our own annual award at the end of the year. So work with us, contact us, and we'll be able to help you to put your business in place, put your business intact, so that we lead you to the right direction. Thank you very much, everyone that is watching. Share this program online. Share to your friends, your family. You know, like how we spread. There's someone that says, "Remember me in your prayer," just as how you spread gossip. So spread this one just like how you spread gossip.
Make it wildfire.
Yeah. You know, when people are insulting on Facebook, we just share. So that's what I'm asking you to do. Just share, so that everyone knows the gist. That Mel Crush Vision is live here on Noble People Television. Let them know about this us. Please, I say us because everyone can make an impact to Mel Crush. So please, what's your last word for our viewers that are watching us?
Okay, so I was also going to throw out there, say perchance you're thinking, well, I just don't want to come and give. Bring your children, do a little picnic at the park. I mean, the weather's really lovely nowadays, so come and make a Saturday picnic out of doing a goodwill for those who have nothing. And let us be the change that we want to see. We're looking for champions. So if you have ideas, or you're thinking, I can't be part of this today, but I want to raise funds for Mel Crush independently, or I want to do a fundraising party. You know, this year, we've said that in 10 years, we've walked alone to go fast. In the next 10 years, this is a new cycle we're in. We're working with others to go far. So join us so that we can reach far and wide and let people know the projects that we're doing, and let us continue to be the change that we want to see. You know, I say it takes little steps to make a difference, and the steps are dependent on what you and I do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, Alexandra, say your last words to the viewers for today before we end this program.
I just want to say, guys, come down on Saturday. Those of you who can, come down. Just like Faith said, bring your children.
Yes.
Bring your children.
Make it a family affair.
Make it a family affair. And let your children also begin to understand what it is to give to others. You know, let them come and understand what charities are all about as well. So yeah, those are my words.
And let them understand how privileged they are.
Definitely.
To have everything.
Definitely. Definitely.
So invite, just don't come, also invite friends,
Yes.
invite family. Let's just make it, we've not planned a picnic, but let's make it turn it into a picnic, community picnic.
Bring your friend, and then come with you. You can come with food, you can come with anything.
Yeah.
Just come. Bring your donation. Don't forget your donation.
Oh, yes.
Don't forget your donation. Bring something, just something in kind, that we will know that you actually take this program into your heart, and you have a sense of humor for humanity. Nothing more. I'm not asking for nothing more. Thank you very much, everyone that is watching.
Can I just add that if maybe you don't trust doing online donations, come with your cash.
With your cash.
We'll have our buckets waiting there.
Online, you can do with your card. You can, because I tried it on Facebook, actually. Yeah. I tried, that was the one I thought you were going to show me to do again. I tried it actually on Facebook, and it worked. Like, if you want to raise a fund, you can just contact, and Mel Crush Mission is there. How proud are you to say your own very community ambassadors, they're there. Yes. They're there. It makes a difference. I was proud to see that. It actually makes a difference. Because, you know, sometimes we give to this big organization. We don't even know where the money is going.
But working with grassroots organizations where you know the money is not going, 70% is not going to administrative cost, but, you know, because you have to go and find a place to rent. So we go, if we have to sleep on the floor to do the work, we'll do the floor. If we go, we don't have to be very extravagant thinking we need so many security. That's our home. So when we go directly. We know where it's pinching.
You don't need complaint vehicles. You can just jump in anything.
And do
even how they call, there's something they call
keke.
Keke. You can jump in keke with the thing. You know, you get things like that. See how you can help. If you help a small business, then you've helped a family. Yeah. If you help a small business, you've helped the nation.
That's true.
You might not know that, but you're helping the nation. If you have big business, they have to pay directors, they have to pay this. And I don't blame them, because I can understand going to university for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, just studying one thing. You deserve to be paid. You deserve to be paid good. So that's it. How it is. But please come and support Mel Crush Mission on Saturday. It's actually, you can't say, oh, I have to go to work. It's a weekday. It's a weekend. Come bring your children to Burgess Park. It's just down the road there. Come to Burgess Park. It's in Walworth Road.
Albany Road. But we're going to be at the Old Kent Road part of it.
Okay,
And so
the top part
the bottom part of the Old Kent Road entrance.
Okay, so it's
the
on
Old
this
Kent
other
Road
side.
entrance,
Yeah.
and then let's just do it.
So come with your friends, come with your family, come with your children, come with your partners, your husband, your lovers, anyone that you have. If you can come with your animals, you have sheep, goat, anyone. Just bring them along. Bring them along. Come with your pets. Make it a pet day. Bring anything that you have. Come
It's
and do
actually
it.
the International Day of the
African
African Child. So it's a landmark day to make a difference. So
you
make
see?
the Day of an African Child what it's actually been set out to be, to help to improve the lives, for the education of the African child.
Children.
So it's not saying, oh, we're celebrating the Day of an African Child. Be part of the Day of the African Child. Be part of the campaign.
You can even wear Africana
I
back
intend to do
home.
that.
Back home, we used to dress up when we were kids. The Day of the African, that was one day we used to look forward to back home in school.
Yeah.
So come, celebrate, so you can tell your children, this is what I used to do back home. This is what I used to do in my age when I was like you. Come bring your children, let them know about what we do. Let them know about Melkosh Mission.
Yeah.
Come make a difference in someone else's life. Thank you very much, everyone that is watching us. Share this program. Share it on your Facebook, on your Twitter. You can copy the link. Share it anywhere. Let your friends and family know about this event on Saturday. There are many events going on around. Or let your family know about this event. Come contribute. Come give something little to Melkosh Mission. You can go to Pound Shop, you can go to Harrods, you can go to Marks and Spencer, because don't say, oh, they said Pound Shop. No, you can go to Marks and Spencer, you can go to Sainsbury, Tesco, anywhere. As long as you bring something. We're not going to check the label, we're not looking at price tag here. We don't mind what you bring. Every little help will make a difference. It will impact someone's life.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and we hope you enjoy this program. Till next time we meet again, maybe we'll bring them back for Color Purple, we don't know. So till next time we'll bring them back. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy this program. My name is Bernadette Abu, and I've got Faith Okrafo Smart and Alexandra Pratt with me. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy. This is Noble Television here at the Art of London. Thank you very much, and see you next week.
Thank you.
And so on. Commercially and industrially, Ibeju Lekki will be great and conducive place for everybody. Come and get your own property at Aspire Heights Creator. Come directly to our office at H56 57 Ikota Shopping Complex, VGC Lekki Epe Expressway, Aja, or call Mr. Adeniyi on this number 09070995466 or 08052894614. Aspire Heights Realtor says get your properties at affordable prices.
Aspire Heights Realtor is here for me.
Oh, yes.
Everybody listening.